haere mai, e ngā iwi haere mai, mauria mai, te āhuatanga a tāhua. Ka rangara, kia koutou kua tai mai nei, nei mātou o ngai tū ahuriri e.
Ati hei mauri ora, e tuku atu te honore ki te matuatama wairua tapu me ngāna hera pono ko te māngai hei tau toko mai, ai nei ākenei ai. Nā reira kia koutou e ngā mane ngā reo, e rauranga tira mā no tika māui, huri no o Aotearoa. Nau mahara mai whakatau mai. Whakatau mai kei raru te tāhuhu o tēnei a tātou whare. E noho nei kei rungi te whenua i waihotia e tō tātana upoko apitu te hori. Nō reira tēnei rā, a ngai tuahuriri e mihi kawatu e mihi aroha. Ko mātou nei wawata, ko mātou nei hiahia, kia pai o koutou pō. Hei whakakaha te whanaungatanga kei wanganui a tātou, kei wanganui a koutou, mō ngauri e whai ake nei. Nō reira koutou katoa rā, nau mai, piki mai, kake mai, ati hei mauri ora. So in translation, firstly, we give thanks to the Creator and the Author of all life, our holy and faithful angels as confirmed by God. And to you all, greetings, salutations, and welcome. Welcome here to this whare of Te Pai. Welcome here to our land, to the whenua, to the land of Ngai Tuahuriri. We have a saying, hei whakakaha te whanaungatanga kei wanganui a tātou, which means may we build relationships for the betterment of our current generation and future generations. So to you all, have a fantastic evening. Enjoy yourselves. And again, I just want to reiterate and reinforce our welcome. Nau mai, piki mai, kake mai, hara mai, whakatau mai, welcome. Tihei mauri ora. Ngā iwi, tātou, tātou e. Tūtira mai ngā iwi, tātou, tātou e. Whai a te maramatanga, me te aroha, e ngā iwi kia ko tapatahi, kia ko tahira, tātou, tātou e, tātou, tātou e. Nō reire, ka koutou katoa rā, welcome, have a fantastic evening. To our MC, kei a koe te māhau, kia ora.
Thank you very much, Naitu Ahuriri, for the warm welcome and for opening the 2023 Beef and Lamb New Zealand Awards for us tonight. My name is Matt Chisholm. I'm a learner sheep shearer from Central Otago. True story, not sure why you're laughing. And I'm tickled pink to be your MC this evening, even though I should be at home lambing my 56 ewes. Tonight, we're here to celebrate the people and technologies that make our sheep, beef and dairy beef industries world-leading. Congratulations to everyone who entered these awards, and particularly to all the award finalists. All of you contribute so much to our sector. Talking about contributing to the sector, well, we're about 3/4 of the way through our lambing, looking at about 53% so far. It's not very nice. 100% though for my cattle. 3 calves born in September, 1 in February, and 1 in June, which survived a couple of negative 10-degree nights. So if you're after some good, hardy genetics, you can't go past my Highland and Shorthorn cattle. Or even if you want some tips, some farming tips, I'll be around for the rest of the night. Seriously though, it is a real honour and privilege to be here to play a very small part in something that I think is really special. That is farming in New Zealand. During the evening, we'll be presenting 9 awards made up of a mix of farming business awards, people category awards, and a host region award. We'll start the evening with an entree, which is about to be served. But first, something I should do a whole lot more of at home, some housekeeping. In the unlikely event of an emergency, an alarm will sound and instructions will be given via Te Pai's public address system. Those instructions will be displayed on digital signage. Wardens will direct everyone out of the building via the emergency exits and will meet at the nearest assembly area. If the emergency is an earthquake, do not attempt to leave the building until the shaking has stopped. Keep away from all glass, shelter under doorways and tables. The line is drop, cover and hold. A first aid kit and a life-giving defib machine are located in the first aid room on the ground floor. Staff are trained in first aid if you require assistance. Toilets are behind us all, out in the foyer to the right. I probably shouldn't need to remind you, but this flash new venue is a non-smoking one. If you want to smoke, the river is probably your best bet. But I can tell you from past experience, you want to watch out for the eels. You don't want to swim in that thing after you've had a few too many looseners. As always, events like this are only made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Sometimes it feels like thanking the sponsors is simply part of the introductory comments, but it is only through their support that we can make this event happen. We would therefore like to acknowledge all our sponsors. Since we're all influencers here tonight, let's share the celebrations on the social media using the tags on the screen. Let's celebrate what's happening here tonight. You should see the awards booklet in front of you. This includes the program for this evening, as well as information about this year's finalists. If you've had a look at the menu, you'll know we're in for a hell of a treat this evening. A special thanks to Beef and Lamb Inc. for bringing Chef Cam Davies along to do the cooking here tonight. He'll be using some of this country's best beef and lamb, so Southdown and Shorthorn. You're laughing at all the wrong places, guys. Kindly sponsored by Alliance. The entree and main courses have been specially matched for us tonight with the delicious 2019 Grasshopper Rock Pinot. If the white wine on the table isn't to your liking, leave the top on and ask the waitstaff for something more to your liking. If you would like beer or a non-alcoholic drink, just ask the waitstaff. For anything else, there is a cashless cash bar out in the foyer, and I hope that makes sense. Everyone here tonight has the opportunity to win a magnum of 2019 Grasshopper Rock Pinot Noir. To go into the draw, all you have to do is find the Beef and Lamb New Zealand staff who will be loitering during the breaks with a photo frame for those important social media snaps. They will have a QR code which you will need to scan and fill in your details. The winner will be drawn on the 23rd of October. A wee yarn to kick things off. Back when I was in Auckland, I discovered the baby dog Southdowns. And some tosser tried to sell me some startup flock, about 5 animals, for $80,000. I thought that was a lot of money for 5 sheep. When I finally made it to Central, an old uni mate put me on to Mary Downs in Waikui, supposedly the biggest South Downs stud in the world. The Robertsons had been breeding the South Downs for 1,000 years, and these sheep that I love the look of, apparently stacked up commercially, they were making a real comeback. With just 1.5 acres available to me at the time, long story, I bought 6 in-lamb ewes for $350 each. I was going to start a South Downs stud. Realise a dream, win ribbons at the shows. Anyway, they unceremoniously jumped off the back of Blair Robertson's ute, the size of small, say, Galloway cattle. I put them through the winter on 100-year-old thatchy grass and overpriced lucerne hay until they started popping out the lambs. 2 here, 3 there, and bloody good lambs they were too. Until we got to the last ewe to lamb, 514-15, the hungriest, pokiest, most arrogant ewe of the lot of them. And after what seemed like a week of trying to push her lamb out, I knew I was going to have to lamb her. But I couldn't. I couldn't get the bloody lamb out, so I had to ring my neighbour, come father-in-law, Dennis Cairns, a red-blooded man's man nicknamed Fizzer. So Fizzer chipped away, his 70-year-old carcass lying on the thatchy old grass, silver hair, red-faced, grunting, groaning, for what seemed like about an hour, until he finally pulled out what must have been a 10-kilogram lamb, as dead as the Labour Party's party on Saturday night. And old Fizzer looked up at me and said, heart thumping, fighting for breath, "There's a bloody reason why everyone got out of these bloody South Downs, Matt." But those lambs, sired by Blair Robertson's best ram, 11 from just 6 ewes, so 183% grew like stink, with muscles on their muscles. And 2 months later, a text from Christine Cairns, my mother-in-law, Fizz's wife. "Dennis wants to know if you're putting your South Down lambs in the show." I reply, a smile from ear to ear. "Didn't think Dennis liked the South Downs, Christine." She comes back, "Well, I tell you what, he bloody well likes your ones." And that's as good as that story's going to get. It's now my great pleasure to welcome Beef and Lamb New Zealand's ambassador chef, Cameron Davies, to tell us about the menu he has designed for us tonight. Cameron is the owner-operator of the Fat Duck in Te Anau. His food philosophy, similar to mine as it happens, use quality ingredients and simple techniques to create dishes that allow the produce to shine and tell its own story. Originally from Canterbury, Cameron trained here in Christchurch before heading overseas to gain experience cooking on the international stage. However, it had always been his dream to own his own restaurant, and along with his partner Selena, headed back to New Zealand and became the owners of the Fat Duck in 2016. And why did he choose Southland? Well, old mate Cam met a girl from Gore. Welcome, Cam Davies.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for the intro, Matt. I'm here to just talk you through the meal that you're going to be having this evening. So, collaborated with Desmond here at Te Pai. They've been awesome to work for and with over the last couple of days, so thanks Te Pai. The starter that you've got in front of you this evening is a delicious low and slow braised oxtail, cooked for 24 hours. We've then pulled it and pressed it. We've served it with samp, which is all the way from South Africa, and it's got smoked pumpkin, labna and pickled pumpkin. So we hope you enjoy that this evening. I've then designed the main course that you're having this evening. Tonight we're going to be having lumina lamb served 2 ways. First we're having grilled loin, and then the second I've done a modern twist on the humble shepherd's pie. So hopefully you enjoy that. We're going to serve that this evening with a spring vegetable terrine and a pecorino cream. And certainly make sure you got room for dessert. It is a white chocolate mousse with a calcimani gel and an olive oil ice cream. So make sure you leave room for that. Lastly, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to all the farmers and the farming industry in this country. It's a real privilege to showcase your beautiful products that you guys put so much into on the national and international stage. Thank you, and I hope you have an awesome evening.
Thank you very much, Cam. Always good to meet the chef, isn't it? The entree is now being served, so please feel free to start if you haven't already. Welcome back. Cam and his team did an amazing job with those entrees. Delicious, weren't they? I'm actually always making that oxtail dish at home. And I'm sitting with Wendy and Brad from Growing Future Farmers. Great people, but I'm disappointed I'm too old to sign up. But I'm really encouraged about the future of our farming. Okay, we're about to get to the official part of the evening, so please give a warm welcome to the Chair of Beef and Lamb New Zealand, Kate Ackland.
Beef and Lamb New Zealand is working here, helping farmers run sustainable, profitable businesses. Listening to farmers, providing the right tools, support and extension, along with trusted information and research. Having farmers' backs with the big issues they can't tackle alone, like the environment. Telling our farmers' stories to New Zealanders and the world. Gaining access to markets and increased market returns. Working with others. For thriving rural communities now and in the future. We are by farmers, for farmers. We are Beef and Lamb New Zealand.
Right, thank you, Matt, for the welcome, and thank you, everyone who's come tonight. Look, it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Beef and Lamb New Zealand Awards. I am so excited about this evening and to be hosting this here. I've been absolutely blown away by the calibre of the finalists. You know, the breadth and the depth of the talent in this room tonight is incredible. Sheep and beef farmers and people involved in the agricultural sector generally are often quite humble by nature. You know, but getting this far to make the finals is an amazing achievement. So I'd love you to join me in congratulating all of the finalists who are here tonight. It is so essential that we put ourselves forward and that we celebrate the success and we share our stories with wider New Zealand, and that's what tonight is all about. And one of the strengths of our sector is the strong relationships and collaboration across it. So I'd like to acknowledge everybody in this room tonight. All of you, in some way, have contributed to the ongoing success of our sector. And as we know, great farming takes a great team. So I'd also like to acknowledge all of the partners and families of the finalists here. You know, I know myself that I couldn't do what I do without the support of my amazing husband, who's somewhere down the back of the room. So look, thank all of you as well. It is going to be... It's going to be a really tough season, and we all know that. But in tough times, it's more important than ever that we celebrate our achievements and that we just take stock of those successes, because there are so many. You know, having just returned from Europe and met with policymakers and retailers, I'm more optimistic than ever about the future of our sector. The conversation has shifted in the last 12 months, and there's a lot of concern about food security and greater recognition of the importance of livestock production to meet the population's growing nutritional needs. And the conversation about climate change also continues to evolve. During this trip, there was a greater focus on carbon efficiency, and we are one of the most carbon efficient red meat producers in the world, so that's something else that we should absolutely be celebrating. Sam McIver is still overseas, and he's very sad he can't attend this evening, but I would like to play a quick video from him.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really sorry to be missing tonight's Beef and Lamb New Zealand Awards. I'm currently in Washington, DC, where I'm meeting with US industry groups to advocate on behalf of New Zealand sheep and beef producers. As one of our largest markets, it's important to ensure we maintain our access and find opportunities where we can work with our US counterparts on issues of mutual interest. We're talking about collaboration on issues like making a case for red meat production, trade, and on climate change, focusing on the warming impact of methane rather than just emissions. Having also just been in the EU, it's really reinforced how similar the issues are that all red meat producers are facing. It is more important than ever we have strong relationships with our counterparts in other countries, that we share information and collaborate where we can to tell a positive story about red meat production. Together, we are stronger. Being overseas has also reinforced to me that New Zealand is better positioned than many to navigate our way through these challenges. As I've looked at the candidates for tonight's awards, I'm extremely proud of the calibre of people that we have driving our industry. Whether it be farmers, scientists, innovators, advocates, storytellers, leaders young or established, tonight in this room are many of the people that have helped put our sector in such a good position and that will ensure future success. Tonight we celebrate your commitment and drive. But I also want to thank everyone who is in this room. Many of you have supported those that have been nominated tonight. I wish you all the best for the night and look forward to hearing the results and sharing your achievements both domestically and internationally. To my team, thank you for creating what I know will be a memorable awards evening. Have a great one, everyone.
So as Sam says, despite the current challenges, the future for our sector is strong. So I would like to now thank the judging team, co-led by Paul Crick, who is the National Chair of the Beef and Lamb New Zealand Farmer Council, and Robin Dines, the Northern South Island Farmer Councillor and Strategy Lead of Sustainable Production Systems at Ag Research. The rest of the judging panel is up on the screen, and it includes Andrew Horsburgh, Julie McDale, Will Halliday, Nuku Hadfield, Nick Beebe, Dean Williamson and William Beetham. As I said before, the quality and the quantity of entries that we received this year was just outstanding. So I know that your task to select the finalists and the winners from all of these quality entries was not easy. I would also like to thank everyone who took the time to enter or nominate someone for these awards. The awards could also not happen without the support of sponsors. So Matt has mentioned you already, but as Chair of Beef and Lamb, I'd like to personally thank all of you for your continued backing. These events could not happen without you. And in particular, I'd like to thank Farmlands for being our awards partner. And on that note, I'd like to invite Tanya Horton, CEO of Farmlands, up to the stage to say a few words. Thanks.
Te whenua tawa, e mihi atu nei, ki a koutou, e teimi e, mana ki tia, a whina tia, aroha nui, ki ngā
kia ora and welcome to the awards event this evening. Firstly, I want to congratulate all of the nominees and the award winners as we go through tonight's event. But the key thing I want to talk about is community, actually. Kate touched on it as well. This room is full of people who make up the ag sector community, and as farmlands, we're a critical part of your community, and we want to be able to show that support in things like the event that you're at this evening. So whether it's supporting this evening, whether it's actually showing up like we did after the cyclone, or whether it's actually the announcement we made last week where, with the support of Balance as another key co-op, we are bringing together Seals Winslow and NRM and Macmillan to build a fully farmer-owned nationwide national feed producing network. Your co-op is absolutely committed to providing you with the inputs that you're going to need to be successful on farm. So we have plans in play to be able to ensure all those farm inputs are something that we are able to provide, and doing that in a better, more efficient, more productive way for you. So we've already proved that in the last year. We've set up Fern Energy, a JV, which the co-op owns 50% of, which means that 50% of those profits flow back into your co-op. And now we're establishing Feed Nutrition, obviously dependent on ComCom finalising the deal. But you're going to see us do more and more of that, because we're absolutely determined to be the #1 buying group for New Zealand farmers and be able to support the rural community through thick and thin. So thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. Some great messages. And I noticed Tanya had the black Doc Martens on, the ones with the yellow stitching. So leading a great organisation, and obviously really cool as well. You're very welcome. Those things don't go past a paid observer like me. All right, the reason why we're all here tonight, and just a few details on how the award presentations will run. Those presenting and receiving awards will use the lectern to my left, your right. That is that lectern over there. This one here, well, that's mine. Once they've received their award, winners will be offered the opportunity to say a few words, just a minute or two. Norge, I'm looking at you. Before being invited to leave the stage, using the stairs by me, my stairs, with the sponsors, and escorted by the lovely Beef and Lamb New Zealand staff for photos. That's Courtney and Sandra. Tonight's winners will receive a beautiful Beef and Lamb New Zealand award trophy. These trophies have been crafted from tōtara fence posts. Tōtara, like our industry, is valued for its strength and durability. It symbolises both life and growth. Recognising the longevity of tōtara wood, our pioneering sheep and beef farmers used its hard wood to create fence posts, many of which still stand today as a reminder of the tenacity, foresight and innovation of our industry's forebears. Each trophy bears the weave which represents the interconnecting of New Zealand's sheep, beef and dairy beef sectors, and the diverse landscapes upon which our grass-fed industry is based. Now to the awards. Our first 4 awards tonight are based on farming business, and the first of these is the Balance Agri-Nutrient Science and Research Award. This award recognises excellence in science and research activities that are of direct relevance and benefit to the sheep and beef sector. This could include, but isn't limited to, animal health and welfare, advancements in agronomy, biodiversity enhancement, environmental science, data science, genetics and social science. To present the first award this evening, I invite Dani Dark, Director of Balance Agri-Nutrients and Farmer, to the stage.
As New Zealanders, we're passionate about our place and our people. Our rich natural environment has allowed us to grow a reputation that's the envy of the world. We all need to do our bit to care for and protect our unique country. And if we nurture it, we'll keep it thriving for generations to come. By working with nature, understanding her at a deep level, we can farm and grow sustainably and productively. We call it balance with nature. And it all begins in the soil, the goodness of everything we farm and grow, our whenua. As we learn and grow together, we'll be right beside you every step of the way, with sustainable products, tools, and expert advice, so we can continue to provide the best quality food to New Zealand and the world. We all have a part to play, because the best results always come from working together with nature.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I'm honoured to introduce the Balanced Science and Research Award, an accolade that celebrates the outstanding contributions of scientists and researchers towards a more profitable, productive and sustainable sheep and beef sector. Our beautiful country relies on sheep and beef farmers who play a vital role in our agricultural landscape. Your dedication and hard work ensure we have high quality, nutritious red meat on our tables. It is essential to acknowledge the importance of our farmers as the backbone of our nation's economy. The road to a productive and sustainable future is paved with innovation, and as a science-led organisation, Balance is right in behind this. For example, our investment in precision spreading, technology and innovation, coupled with the very best GPS mapping, Balance is committed to ensuring our sheep and beef our farmers become even more productive and environmentally sustainable. This award celebrates those who are pioneering innovations and discoveries that enhance the sustainability and profitability of our sheep and beef sector. Your work not only benefits our farmers, but also contributes to the health of our environments and the quality of our product.
Thanks, Dani. Now let's take a look at tonight's finalists.
The carbon footprint and environmental impacts of New Zealand's red meat production have come under close scrutiny by retailers and consumers in both export and domestic markets. For over 10 years, Ag Research's Life Cycle Assessment team has been delivering relevant and impactful research on the environmental sustainability of this country's pastoral farming systems. Led by Dr. Stuart Ledgard, an internationally recognised expert in life cycle assessment, the research the team is doing is critical to New Zealand's positioning as a sustainable food producer. They provide credible verification of claims that underpin our agricultural product success in international markets. Willisden is a typical East Coast summer dry farm on Banks Peninsula in Canterbury. The Lincoln University Dryland Pastures team monitored pasture growth at different aspects and altitudes of the property, and determined that the area in Lucerne could be expanded from 30 to around 300 hectares. This had the potential to at least double annual dry matter production. This data gave both the bank and farmer the confidence to invest in a Lucerne development program. Lucerne is now used to feed around 3,000 hoggets over lambing. This high-quality feed means the hoggets continue to grow during lactation and reach their mature ewe weight by weaning. This successful system was documented in extension videos produced for the Hill Country Futures research program. The Low Methane Sheep Genetics Program has led the world in the development of the world's first livestock genetic selection tool for methane reduction. Dr. Suzanne Rowe and John McEwen have led the Ag Research team working on this program for over 13 years. John McEwen firmly believed that low methane producing genetics could be identified, and once his hypothesis was proved correct, Dr. Rowe took over the science leadership and ensured that meat, wool and milk production were not compromised in the selection of low methane genetics. Genetic selection has been shown to provide a potential 4% reduction in methane per generation and is cumulative and permanent. Thanks to their research, commercial sheep breeders can now include methane in their ram selection criteria.
And the winner of the 2023 Balanced Agri-Nutrient Science and Research Award is the Low Methane Sheep Genetics Program.
Now let's hear what the judges had to say. They said this program was world-leading research and globally significant in its application. John McEwen and Dr. Suzanne Rowe have persevered to get where they are today. They have demonstrated foresight and future thinking in identifying future challenges for the sheep and beef industry and providing a solution. The program is helping the industry build a clear pathway to lower emissions.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to take the license of 1 or 2 minutes. I think I have 5 groups of people that I need to thank, probably many more, but those are the 5 most important. So firstly, I'd like to thank Beef and Lamb for the award, and Mark Aspin for nominating us. He's been a really true supporter for ag-research and the science that we do, and a real believer. Secondly, I'd like to thank the funders who believed us, who believed that when we said that there is a biological challenge that we have, there's bound to be a biological answer, and genetics is always the answer in our world. So thank you for supporting us along the way. Thirdly, the team. Huge thanks to John for his foresight, his wisdom, his tenacity, and his drive. Certainly without him, and John, you should take a bow, we wouldn't be here today. I tried to get him to come up on stage, but he's sitting pretty where he is. And the team, the technicians who are out on farm every day, measuring methane with that huge trailer. Thanks so much to them for their hard work, for doing the hard yards, and to you for supporting them, for welcoming them onto farm, for helping them with their animals, for feeding them cups of tea, and for towing that bloody trailer out of the mud when it gets stuck, because it does weigh 3 tons. So thanks. And 2 more thank yous. One to our engineers. You know, we turn up with stick drawings and we say, we want this, and we expect precision engineering in return, and they patiently sit with us, and we get the instruments that we need to measure. So thank you so much to our engineering team. And finally, to the breeders, to the people who sat with us, the innovative breeders, the brave breeders who said, yeah, we'll give it a go. And we'll even pay. We'll even support you financially, and we'll give it a go. Come up our driveway, we'll test it for you. And they sat with us, and they came to workshops and came to meetings and challenged the science and thought about it and beat it up and made it more robust and more fit for purpose than it would have been if we were by ourselves. So science is really a team sport. So thank you so much for being with us along the way, and we really look forward to meeting more challenges with you in years to come. So thank you very much for this award.
Well done, Suzanne. Great determination. Thanks for sticking with it. Though it looks like I might have to make a few different mating decisions at home. Thank you, Dani. And congratulations to the Low Methane Sheep Genetics Program, represented here tonight by Dr. Suzanne Rowe and John McEwen. Our next award this evening is the Datamars Livestock Technology Award, which recognises the development and implementation of a technology which solves an on-farm problem or need. This could include, but isn't limited to, real-time monitoring on farm, software applications, satellite technologies, decision-making tools, GIS and automation. It's a lot, isn't it? Please welcome Nick De Ridder, Head of Sales for Datamars Livestock, to the stage to present the award.
The Datamars story has always been one of innovation, quality and performance. Datamars delivers integrated, smart animal management tools that promote animal health, enable precision livestock management and improve protein production. This powerful animal management platform combines TrueTest's animal weighing, data systems and electric fences with Simcro's animal health delivery products and Datamars animal ID technologies. Animal identification management tools allow farmers to measure and monitor their animals. Sophisticated animal health delivery systems provide solutions to easily and accurately administer vaccines and medication. Insights gained through weighing systems and the Datamars livestock management software give visibility over weight gain and performance to enable data-driven decision-making. As global demand for protein increases, Datamars is committed to delivering an even broader integrated animal management portfolio. Connected farms will be created through wireless technology and smart data. Sensor-based systems will signal when a cow is fertile or ill. Real-time location tracking will alert farmers when an animal wanders into prohibited areas. This connected farm is all underpinned by an innovative data management platform, combining existing Datamars solutions with new technologies, smart sensors, low-power wireless technology, better analytics, and automated data integration with strategic partners. This is just the beginning of what's in store for Datamars and the livestock industry. Datamars has the experience, expertise and foresight to continue its leadership role within the global agricultural economy. The future of precision livestock farming is here, and Datamars has made a commitment to deliver a measurable difference in farm productivity.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Datamars Livestock is proud to sponsor the Beef and Lamb Awards, and in particular the Technology Award. Technology obviously plays a key part in farm systems in the modern era. So congratulations to those finalists and good luck to all the winners tonight.
Well done, Nick. Now let's take a look at tonight's finalists.
A subsidiary of PGG Rights and Livestock, Bidar Limited was founded as an online platform open to other stock and station companies, providing farmers and livestock agents with an online tool to buy and sell livestock efficiently. Launched in June 2019, Bidar Limited's online marketplace represented a new era of livestock trading in New Zealand. Within a year of its launch, Bidar Limited became the solution to studs unable to sell their genetics in the traditional manner during COVID lockdowns. What has since emerged is a hybrid format, with a video live stream and online bidding integrated with the traditional open cry auction of livestock sales. With a database of 9,500 farmers and agents, Bidar Limited gives farmers the ability to buy and sell stock without leaving home. Cloud Yards Limited is a cutting-edge online platform for trading livestock. Developed by a group of livestock agents, their aim was to enhance the industry's performance, precision, and animal welfare. They use technology to display livestock on sale, and this gives their clients an easy and trustworthy way to buy livestock from anywhere. Cloud Yards Limited began as a small venture for a few farmers, but grew rapidly during lockdown, when conventional sale yards were not accessible. Farmers join Cloud Yards Limited by filling out an online form and selecting their preferred stock agents, who collaborate with various firms. They also get daily emails with the newest livestock offers and can view photos and videos of the animals before buying them. With 96% of beef emissions occurring on farm, Silver Fern Farms commenced a program with Linker Analytics to map and measure the sequestration potential from the many types of vegetation present on their suppliers' farms. Working closely with Carbon Forest Services and Toitu EnviroCare, Linker developed a data processing pipeline using satellite imagery, aerial photography, and artificial intelligence to map permanently woody vegetation on farms. The system uses satellite imagery and high-resolution aerial photography in conjunction with machine learning to map, classify, and age vegetation at a sub-hectare scale. A human-supervised data harmonization method is then used to integrate and blend the machine-generated data and create carbon stock assessments.
The winner of the 2023 Datamars Livestock Technology Award is Silver Fern Farms Linker Net Carbon Zero Mapping Tool.
The judges said that this mapping technology and associated processes provide a practical and cost-effective way to create a brand and reward farmers for their on-farm vegetation. The technology enables farmers to capitalise on the sequestration happening on their farms while meeting consumer demand for red meat produced with a smaller environmental footprint. It speeds up the measurement of on-farm vegetation, which has traditionally been a laborious and time-consuming process.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you very much, firstly, to Beef and Lamb for putting on tonight's event. It's great to be able to stop, pause, reflect and celebrate some of the good that is happening in our industry. Also, thanks to Livestock for sponsoring this category, and I'd like to also congratulate the other finalists. The high calibre of technology on offer within this category is a real testament to where our industry is heading, the pivotal role that technology plays within our industry and will no doubt continue to play into the future. The carbon sequestration mapping tool developed in conjunction with Matt and the team at Linka Analytics has allowed us to provide a service to our farmers to enable them to better understand their on-farm sequestration and the opportunities available and the optionality that they have with this. Off the back of that, it's allowed us to build our Net Carbon Zero program and deliver some of that value for those carbon removals back on farm, both from our international and more recently our domestic markets. I'd particularly just like to thank the wider team at Silver Fern Farms. There's been over 5 years of hard mahi going in to get the program to where it is today, and without those efforts we certainly wouldn't be here. And last of all, I'd like to thank Linka Analytics. It truly has been a really intimate partnership with the Linka Analytics team. Their expertise and skills that they've brought to the table have allowed us to deliver the software that we have in front of us. And I'll just invite Matt to say a quick couple of words.
Thanks, Ryan. Just to add, it's great as a tech company working with Silver Fern Farms. It's really impressive seeing a company that are trying to turn the table on the sustainability story. So they set a direction to create nature-positive products, and they said to us, how do we map the vegetation and really honour that hard work that's happening on farm around vegetation. So we have mapped 300 farms, and we're on a mission to map all 15,000. And it's really great seeing farmers respond to that work and understand how that benefits them to improve both the farming environment, but also then to potentially sell better product for more value to the world. So two thanks. Thanks to the fellow nominees. I know there's some great products there. So really proud to be amongst that calibre. And to my team, Sam is with us. Sam's the architect for our product here, and the team back at Linka. And of course, thanks to the team at Silver Fern Farms. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Nice take, guys. Lovely words, Matt. Lovely name. Thank you, Nick. And congratulations, Silver Fern Farms, Linka Net Carbon Zero Mapping Tool. Our next award is the Gallagher Innovative Farming Award, an award I'll never be nominated for. The award recognises farmers and farming operations who are demonstrating out-of-the-box thinking to develop new technologies, tools or processes that will benefit the business and that could potentially be scaled up to have wider impact. Please welcome Mark Maitland, Business Development Manager from Gallagher, to the stage to present the award.
When we invented the electric fence in the 1930s, our story of innovation was just beginning. Committed to a better tomorrow.
Thanks, Matt. Kia ora and evening, everybody. Firstly, on behalf of Gallagher, I'd like to acknowledge and thank you, the farmers. Over the past few years, this industry has faced some extreme challenges to which you have faced head-on and worked collectively to ensure farming community has a bright future. That our next generation has something to strive towards and enhance a proud industry within New Zealand. Overall, it's this mindset and drive that helps ensure our produce remains relevant in global markets. The Innovative Farm Award tonight aligns very much with Gallagher's DNA. Gallagher has been pioneering innovation for 85 years, not only within New Zealand, but on a global scale. Our strategy has always remained to reinvest 10% of our annual revenue into R&D to help co-design future solutions for the agri-sector. Gallagher has a proud history and remains a family-owned New Zealand company. I wish all the finalists all the very best tonight. However, results aside, you should all be extremely proud of what you contribute to this sector. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Love the resilience chat. You say Gallagher, I said Gallagher, and I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Now let's take a look at tonight's finalists.
In 2018, Sam and Sarah Johnston, who farm Riata, a 543-hectare farm near Masterton, discovered they had triple drench resistance in their sheep flock. In response, Sam led the formation of a red meat profit partnership group with the aims of reversing drench resistance using a minimal drench approach. The group tapped into expert knowledge, but Sam and Sarah also took calculated risks and made major changes to the way they farm to address the issue. Within 3 years, Sam and Sarah had successfully reversed triple drench resistance, proving that it can be done. Sam has since shared his experience with many farmers and farming groups and feels strongly about the need to raise awareness of triple drench resistance across the industry. A search for a cost-effective solution to a refencing and subdivision project on their newly acquired 500-hectare sheep and beef farm at St Arnaud has turned into a thriving repurposing fence post business for Greg and Danzy Koppel. Repost Limited takes broken posts from Marlborough's viticulture industry and repurposes them. At $3.25 each, these posts are a fraction of the cost of a new fence post, so it is a win for the back pocket and the environment. Repost Limited is a portable service that grades the posts, removes the 14 clips or nails, and trims and bundles them ready for use. To date, Repost Limited has repurposed 360,000 posts, saved 4,852 tonnes of chemically treated wood from landfill, and helped fence over 3,700 kilometres of farmland. Wharetoa Genetics has been at the cutting edge of this country's sheep genetics for over 30 years, as owners Garth and Chris Shaw use every tool available to them to breed sheep that are profitable. Running 4 N-Prove registered flocks, as well as a high-performance commercial ewe flock on their South Otago farm, Garth and Chris are passionate about sheep farming. To meet market specifications, Garth has combined traits from various breeds to develop maternal and terminal sheep that produce fast-growing and high meat-yielding progeny. Staying ahead of market trends is important to the Shaws, and they proactively seek advice from scientists, technicians, and their processor alliance group to ensure they stay at the top of their game.
The winner of the 2023 Gallagher Innovative Farm Award is Repost.
The judges said Repost Limited was a fantastic example of a farmer finding a solution to a problem and turning it into a unique business. Repost Limited is making low-cost fence post options available for sheep and beef farmers while addressing the issue of waste in the viticulture industry. Repost Limited is an innovative circular solution which has clear environmental and economic benefits.
Oh hell, I didn't expect this, but incredibly grateful for the industry. They back us, and there's one industry like is creating waste, and there's another industry with the solution and backing us to minimise that waste. And yes, they do save a bit of money hopefully during the way, but farmers are very resourceful, frugal people who don't waste anything, and are proud to be part of the industry. And always keep you, anyhow. It's emotional for us because we put everything into it, and we have a really good team around us, family, friends, employees, but it's all a big family. I'll ring any of them or text them any time of the day, whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and about solutions, about what our problems are. There didn't used to be one part of the business that wasn't clunky, and we're just coming out the other side of it, that we can start developing and start minimising more waste. So we've done about 5,000 tonnes to date, and the way we're going, we're not going to be too far off doing that year on year. So, and that's the thanks to you guys, because you guys are buying the product. You guys get it, and appreciate it. Cheers.
Look, mate, at $3.25 a post on behalf of the farmers in Central Otago.
Sell.
Keep them coming, is all I'll say, because I'll tell you what, I've been ripped off in the past. And I should never let someone walk off stage while they're crying. Do you want to have a couple of words?
I'll just say we've got battens starting from next month at $1.50, so...
But wait, it gets better.
Just while my wife spoke, up till 12 months ago, really struggling, but Danzy came on board and completely transformed this business, and credit to her.
Oh, mate. I'd say you're a credit to each other. I'm going to start crying shortly. Thank you, Mark, and congratulations to Danny and Greg Koppel. What a great couple. Danny and Greg Koppel, what a great couple. I haven't had a beer for years, but I feel like I'm drunk. The final award in the Farming Business Awards is the Silver Fern Farms Market Leader Award. This award recognises commitment by an individual or farming business demonstrating innovative solutions, ideas or products which meet consumer needs, either through partnerships with their processor or direct to market. I'd like to invite Vicky McColl, Chief Financial Officer for Silver Fern Farms, to the stage to present the award.
Hi, it's my privilege to be up here tonight as sponsors for the Market Leader Award. We know that New Zealand has the farms the world needs, and there's for this award is clearly aligned with our strategy to be market-led. And we know the farmers sitting in this room are producing products for today and for the future that the world needs. We're 75 years old this year, so we started in 1948. And the intention of our founding farmers was clear. They wanted better oversight and involvement in the processes and marketing of their livestock to the world, and ultimately to get closer to the end consumer. And this objective has never changed through the years with our plate to pasture strategy, which is deliberately starts with the plate and goes back to our farmers. Irrespective of who wins tonight, I want to acknowledge all of our finalists who have demonstrated initiative, ambition, and a progressive way of thinking, which will ensure we can continue to meet our consumers' needs for many years to come and ensure the New Zealand farming industry is sustainably profitable. Good luck. Right.
Thanks, Vicky. You were spot on in everything you said. You know the drill. Let's take a look at tonight's finalists.
Ongaha's owners and management team are acutely aware of the environmental, social and ethical requirements of consumers in New Zealand's export markets, and have geared their Wairarapa sheep and beef operation to meet their demands. With a focus on providing independently audited proof of their environmental, animal welfare and social practices, they fine-tuned their farm systems to achieve New Zealand Farm Assurance Plus program certification to a gold standard. These changes have included changing stock policies to protect soil health, regularly monitoring stream health, including environmental DNA testing, biodiversity monitoring, and implementing land and freshwater management to protect and enhance their natural resources. Ongaha has also worked alongside the Greater Wellington Regional Council to map out flood, freshwater and biodiversity risks. After trying to convince others to think differently and produce veal, Alan McDermott and Julia Galway decided to do it themselves. Starting off with just 10 calves, they took the product to chefs to gauge interest, and so Pearl Veal was born. The pair feel strongly about dairy calves having a good life and creating a value chain that addresses the issue of wastage in the dairy industry. They have demonstrated that veal raised under very high standards can attract a premium. The calves are reared on whole fresh milk and pasture only before processing at under 12 months. The product is lean, tender and highly versatile, which has found favour with New Zealand's leading chefs. With 4 blocks covering 1,400 hectares, impressively detailed record keeping has always made good business sense for King Country farmers Wendy and Rion Very. Combine this with their proactive approach to protecting and enhancing their farm's natural resources, and they were the perfect candidates for the New Zealand Farm Assurance Plus program, which they passed with a gold certification. Their farm practices were well aligned with the gold standard. It was just a matter of bringing together all their records to provide the market with assurance that they were maintaining the highest level of care for animals, people, and their environment. The couple helped found King Country River Care and are willing partners in many pilots and industry activities to advance the sheep and beef sector.
Okay, and the winner of the Silverfern Farms Market Leader Award is Pearl Veal.
Let's hear what the judges had to say about Pearl Veal. They said there is no better example of market leadership. Pearl Veal strives to be an exemplar at every stage of the supply chain. Pearl Veal started by identifying the needs of the consumer, in their case chefs, and worked backwards to produce a product that met their requirements. Pearl Veal was also helping address the difficult issue of wastage in the dairy industry. I'm pleased those gorgeous calves get to stick around for a bit longer too.
Firstly, thanks very much to Beef and Lamb for hosting these awards. It's fantastic that we're celebrating success and innovation and doing great things in this industry. There's lots of good work and there's lots to do. So thank you very much to Beef and Lamb for hosting these awards. Well done. Thank you also to Silver Fern Farms for sponsoring the award. You guys are doing some incredible work, and well done on your award tonight as well. And congratulations to the other finalists. Really pleasing to see what you guys are doing around on-farm environmental and sustainability work. So well done to you guys. As you heard, we're about thinking differently, and there's lots to do. We've done a wee bit, but we've got a lot to do. And I want to say thank you very much to the farmers who thought differently, were prepared to back us and have a go, and do something quite different. And to the chefs that have given us the support and have bought our product and put it in front of people in a market where there's no familiarity with veal at all. And so that's really exciting. Thank you to our processors, to Synlait as well, for supporting us. And thank you very much to the cool store guys and the logistics providers. Without them, we couldn't get our product to the market that we do. So it's very much a team effort. We don't work alone. We work together as a big team, and all those guys are a really key part of it. So if you're keen to think differently, grow veal, eat veal. Thank you very much.
Just confirmed with Alan there, they were in fact shorthorns. Don't see a lot of them nowadays. Bloody good to see. So well done, Alan. Thank you, Vicky, and congratulations, Alan McDermott of Pearl Veal. That wraps up our Farming Business Awards, and I can almost feel the worms biting. So we're about to enjoy our main course before our next set of awards. Congratulations to all our finalists and award winners so far. And thank you again to Alliance for providing the world-leading grass-fed product, Grasshopper Rock for the stunning wine to wash it down, Beef and Lamb Inc. for getting Chef along to help create and prepare it. And of course, a big thank you to all our category sponsors. During the break, don't forget to take the opportunity to get yourself into the draw for that Magnum of 2019 Grasshopper Rock Pinot. Just look out for the Beef and Lamb New Zealand staff carrying the photo frame who can help you with that. In the meantime, eating, one of life's simple pleasures. Enjoy and see you soon. I think it's really important we get this show back on the road, otherwise we'll still be here tomorrow. And it's my birthday tomorrow, so I've got to be somewhere else. But I am enjoying tonight. I'm really enjoying tonight. So welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your tucker. Jeepers creepers, how good was that shepherd's pie? I don't even know if we can actually call it shepherd's pie. It was that good. No one asked me, but I reckon it was better than sensational. And I might see if I can take the chef, Cameron Davies, back home to Chatto Creek with me for a few weeks. Be all right, wouldn't it? What are we having tonight, Cameron? And sure, I'd probably lose my wife to him because he seems like a really nice guy as well. But it's a chance I'd be willing to take. I don't know if Cameron can hear me now. He'll be busy, won't he, in the kitchen? Because there's still another course to come. But if I can get him back to Chatto Creek for a couple of weeks, I'll take it. During the break, we did the draw for the Beef and Lamb New Zealand Awards prize giveaway, which you might have seen on the social media. The winner is Benjamin Stewart from Timaru. He takes home a product prize package to the value of $1,000 provided by the award sponsors. To win the prize, he told us why he felt it was important to celebrate New Zealand's world-leading red meat sector. And his answer, well, it pissed me off actually, because I wish I'd come up with it. And this is what Benjamin Stewart from Timaru said. He said, Celebrating New Zealand's world-leading red meat sector isn't just a nod to our economy, it's a salute to our heritage, our commitment to sustainability, our global reputation, our deep love for the land. It's a celebration of resilience, innovation, and the vital role this sector plays in our lives. And wait for it, it's a toast to the heart and soul of New Zealand. God, I wish I'd come up with that. When I heard that the first time, I started crying. And I try and joke often, but I'm not even joking. I actually teared up today when I heard that for the first time. That is a brilliant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of the English language right there. And I think Benjamin Stewart from Timaru was spot on as well. Good on you, mate. You deserve that $1,000 worth of prizes. Thank you to the sponsors. Anyway, right now it's time for the second part of the awards ceremony. The next set of awards are the People category awards. I love people, so I'm excited about this. Kicking off this category is the Ag Research Emerging Achiever Award. And I got a funny feeling I could be in the running here. And I'll tell you why. This award recognises individuals who have been in full-time employment in the sheep and beef sector for 5 years or less and are demonstrating future leadership potential and or positive impact on the sector. This may be through new ideas, influencing others, I do a bit of that, improving farm productivity or profitability, don't do much of that, or business diversity. I'd like to invite Stuart Hall, Deputy Chief Executive from Ag Research, to come to the stage to present the award.
Aotearoa, New Zealand has always been a land that has provided for its people, a land of abundance and opportunity. Our dedicated team at Ag Research know that embracing kaitiakitanga will see this continue for future generations. The work we do is transforming the way we farm and revolutionising the way New Zealanders care for our animals and for our land. We work hard to create the world's most desirable food and bio-based products through smart, sustainable farming, led by some of the world's most phenomenal research and informed by the consumers who benefit from this passion. Through a focus on environmental sustainability and climate change initiatives, this passion will allow our work to continue for generations to come. Our proficiencies in research run wide, from seeds to pest control, high-value food production to practical farming systems and quality assurance. From the smallest rural land use project to international research programs, our science and technology innovations drive the prosperity of our precious agricultural sector. It's through this research that New Zealand retains its position as a scientifically advanced global agricultural leader. Our commitment to the growth of our wider New Zealand economy, its people, and the kaitiakitanga of Aotearoa is at the very heart of every scientific innovation and creation we deliver.
Good evening. Well, the good news is the video doesn't leave me much to say. But look, on behalf of Ag Research, it's an absolute pleasure to be presenting the Emerging Achiever Award this evening. Albeit it is the award that inherently makes you feel older each year, so I'm quite keen to have a different category next year if we possibly can. Look, when contemplating this year's finalists, I actually reflected back to the Red Meat Sector Conference, and Michael McQueen, for those who were present, he did a presentation early doors, and he talked about the value of fresh eyes to any endeavour. And I think when I look at our finalists this evening, we are just very, very fortunate that they're applying their fresh eyes, their passion, their skills, and their youthful energy to our sector. So it's humbling to acknowledge what they've achieved to date, and it's very, very exciting to think about what they might achieve in the future. So congratulations and good luck to our finalists.
Thanks, Stuart. That was really neat. Let's take a look at tonight's finalists.
Amy Hugenboom. Originally from Waipukuro, Amy Hugenboom discovered her passion for the red meat industry through Future Beef's Hoof and Hook competition. Amy was awarded Future Beef Ambassador titles, which sparked her interest in both beef production and industry leadership. Amy studied veterinary science, but after beginning in clinical practice, took the opportunity to shift her focus to improving performance and productivity on farm. Amy's role as New Zealand Beef Genetics Manager for Zoetis has allowed her to create on-farm solutions to lifting beef herd performance, but it has also given her the opportunity to consider broader industry issues and ways to address them. She is particularly interested in supporting better cross-sector connection to ensure a sustainable and resilient food and fibre sector. Harriet Watson. With the ultimate goal of leading a sizable red meat processing company, Harriet Watson is committed to ensuring New Zealand is recognised and rewarded for being one of the most efficient producers of grass-fed protein in the world. While studying for a Bachelor in Agribusiness and Food Marketing at Lincoln University, Harriet was invited to join the university's Future Leaders program, and through this won scholarships with Farmlands and the Meat Industry Association. Harriet was Ansco Foods' first sales and marketing intern and gained experience in many parts of the business before taking on the role of sales executive in Southeast Asia, the Middle East, French Polynesia, and South Korea. She is now on secondment working in Ansco Foods' Belgium-based Europe office. James Robbie. A bachelor's degree in political science and international relations isn't the traditional route to a career in farming. But Pongaroa farmer James Robbie is now applying the skills learnt at university to his rural community and beef industry roles. Despite growing up on a farm, farming wasn't initially on his radar as a career option. After graduating from university, James worked for FMG Insurance, looking after an agribusiness portfolio, before deciding he wanted to go back to the family farm, a decision he has not regretted for a moment. As well as learning the ropes on the farm, he has taken an active advocacy and coordination role in a community that has been deeply affected by carbon farming.
And the winner of the 2023 Ag Research Emerging Achiever Award is Amy Hugenboom.
Of an emerging achiever, Amy has broadened her leadership to incorporate sector and industry good activity.
I'll thank Donnie, but also apologise to everyone for that rather abrupt celebration. That's how Brazilians do it, I'm told. So, yeah, but... Amy, who is it? That's one of my colleagues, Danny Almeida, Paul Crick's partner for everyone. And yeah, so, sorry, Paul. Yeah, well, I didn't write anything, so I don't know, I wasn't backing myself very much, but thank you to Beef and Lamb New Zealand for putting on these awards, and thank you to Ag Research in particular for sponsoring the Emerging Achiever Award. I think these awards, well, I think the guy who just won the prize before probably sums it up pretty well, but it is so important to have something so positive for our sector in a time where the people who are really like, I know we're in it for the hands-on and the farming and that sort of thing, but really we're all in it for the people that we get to work with. And I know it is a challenging time with a lot of change for our sector at the moment. And in that immediate period, it can be very hard to look out long-term and see the opportunity for our sector. but I really want everyone here tonight to feel the positivity that is in that change, and take that back out to the rest of the sector with you, because they really need it at the moment. Thank you.
I tell you what, that's what an emerging leader sounds like. Amy, you didn't back yourself to win, but you absolutely should have. Thank you, Stuart, and congratulations, Amy Hugenboom. Our next award this evening is the Rabobank People Development Award. This award recognises a person, business and/or education training organisation which delivers formal or informal training, coaching or mentoring that contributes to the capability building and engagement of trainees, staff or students. I'd like to invite Nick Martin, a former Lincoln great and Rabobank Area Manager Agribusiness, to the stage to present the award.
Rabobank, New Zealand's only specialist food and agribank. A bank working together with farmers for farmers. Our commitment to our rural clients and their communities runs deep. More than a century ago, farmers in the Netherlands made sure they were treated fairly when it came to getting the finance they needed to grow food. They knew they were stronger and had more clout if they got together. That idea has endured with Rabobank across the decades and across the world. It's how we get things done. Combining our extensive global knowledge and strong local networks with our highly regarded Rabo research, we're in this for the long haul. Food and agri is in our DNA. Today, New Zealanders save with Rabobank, and their savings stay in New Zealand to support Kiwi farmers and food producers. These savings are supporting strong, successful, sustainable rural businesses, and they're helping New Zealand. Savers and borrowers, town and country, all coming together. Together is how we can make a difference. We're more productive together. Together is how we face the future and overcome its challenges.
Over to you, big guy.
Who would have thought we'd be here 25 years ago? Cheers.
Me.
Yeah, I thought I would have had a kidney transplant by now as well. Just quietly. It was a reasonably handy halfback, but just had a crap kicking game. It was. You want to keep going?
No.
No. Good.
Let's stop now. Someone's going to get hurt.
I want to start by thanking every one of you sincerely. A massive thanks for what you do to contribute to New Zealand's vibrant food and agri sector. 2023 has been really tough. Tough year for NZ Ag, with farmers and growers hit by rising costs, lower farm revenues and unprecedented weather events across much of the country. And we know it is a battle at times, which is why it's incredibly important to me and the whole Rabobank team that we continue to stand by our primary producers. After all, agriculture is all Rabobank does. As a long-term banking partner to agriculture in New Zealand and around the world, we are experienced in dealing with cyclical downturns and understand it is all part and parcel of lending to the industry. We take a long-term view of food and agri, and our real strength is bringing together the benefits of our cooperative roots and our broad global connections and our extensive community networks, including 4 client councils. In recent years, Rabobank has achieved strong, consistent business growth that not only means growing our business and market share, but it also means behaving like a leader, being brave enough to have a view on key issues affecting our clients, advocating for you in Wellington and contributing to public conversations in a constructive and meaningful way. We also have a really strong focus on supporting industry events that help to drive the sector forward, and this includes our sponsorship of this event and the People Development Award. Thank you again and enjoy your evening.
Thanks, Nick. Now let's take a look at the finalists.
Growing Future Farmers is a farmer-led program designed to address serious labour shortages in the red meat sector. Aimed at entry-level students, mainly school leavers, the program incorporates a hybrid model of training, which has been co-designed by farmers and industry specialists. Growing Future Farmer students train on-farm for 2 years, and during that time complete a national certificate in primary industries, a certificate in employment skills, a certificate of agriculture, food and fibre level 3, and a certificate in essential farm skills. Their training includes technical skill days, online tutorials, and on-farm practice training. Students are mentored by staff on-farm, and pastoral care and support is provided by Growing Future Farmers liaison managers, who work alongside students and farm trainers. In 2013, 2 of New Zealand's most prestigious leadership programs came under the management of the New Zealand Rural Leadership Trust. For decades, the Nuffield Farming Scholarship and the Kellogg Rural Leadership Program have been growing leaders for New Zealand's food and fibre sector. The Trust continues to innovate so that New Zealand's food and fibre sector can grow the world-class leaders it needs to succeed in an increasingly complex world. A recent addition is the Value Chain Innovation Program, which aims to grow New Zealand's entrepreneurial and leadership skills. The Trust's deed covers 3 principles: establish and operate leadership programs in the food and fibre sector, apply for funds for educational purposes that advance food and fibre practices, and contribute to the welfare of rural communities. Having identified both a skill shortage and a lack of farm training programs in their region, Whangarei Agricultural and Pastoral Society decided to do something about it. In 2020, working in partnership with land-based training, they established an on-farm training program. The focus was on providing the region's farmers with job-ready young people with the right skills and attitudes. Interns are matched with farmers. Getting the right intern with the right farmer is critical, as is the support they receive while learning. This comprises 2 on-farm visits a month by the program team. 29 people have completed their Level 3 New Zealand Certificate in Agriculture. 14 are studying this year, while 8 have already completed their Level 4, with another 8 in progress.
You got this?
The winner of the 2023 Rabobank People Development Award is the New Zealand Rural Leadership Trust.
The judges said that the New Zealand Rural Leadership Trust has impact across all primary industries. It offers high quality, fit-for-purpose leadership programs for the primary sector. The New Zealand Rural Leadership Trust was well known, highly regarded, and had demonstrated longevity in the sector.
Kia ora koutou katoa. Well, I am delighted on behalf of our team at Rural Leaders to accept this award. Huge thank you to Rabobank for your continued support of this incredibly important category. To beef and lamb, thank you, and congratulations on the whole team putting together a great event for celebrating excellence throughout the sector. To our fellow finalists over there, you guys are doing amazing stuff, and I look forward to seeing your graduates come through onto our programs into the future. Crikey. Rural Leaders is just a small organisation, and but we are proud and privileged to be curating and delivering our programs for leaders that are innovative, entrepreneurial, and incredibly strategic as well, and have been doing so for decades. We are proud to be able to develop them and amplify them into the sector. If we want to remain vibrant and thriving, we've got to have a great pipeline of leaders coming through into the future at all levels of our businesses. We also want to say a big thank you to the incredible people that we work with in this sector. We couldn't do it on our own, so our amazing board, who are incredibly supportive of what we're doing, the industry professionals, like-minded organisations that we collaborate with, and our incredible stable of investing partners who we definitely couldn't do it without. And last but not least, I want to thank our team at Rural Leaders, Annie, Matt and Lindsay. You guys are awesome, and I couldn't think of a better group of people to be working along every side every day while we grow our leaders for our country. Thank you.
Well done, Lisa. Funnily enough, just to tell you how small New Zealand is, I had a text come through about half an hour ago, and I'm not a name dropper, but it was from Carlos Bagri, Nadia Lim's husband, and he was saying, really excited, Chiz, nominated, and hopefully I'll become a Nuffield Scholar on November 7th. It's all kind of fitting, isn't it? Sliding doors, life's all coming together, different chapters colliding. Just thought I'd try and impress you at the end. Thank you, Nick, who I know as Norge, and congratulations to Lisa Rogers and the New Zealand Rural Leadership Trust. Our next award is the FMG Rural Champion Award. This award recognises an individual or group whose contribution promotes the image of the sector to the wider community, enhances the well-being of farmers and farming communities through their programs. Love this. Love everything about this. Please welcome Adam Heath, Chief Executive Officer from FMG, to the stage to present the award. Every year you'll find them here.
And because you need us,
you'll find them here too. Even here at the Flemington Mud Run.
they're here, backing young farmers.
Year after year, Timbo.
And they're helping farmers up here with Farm Strong.
And here, growing future farmers.
In fact, you'll find FMG here, there and everywhere, backing rural New Zealanders to keep moving ahead.
Get them behind.
Couldn't have said it better myself. How things on the farm.
Tēnā koutou katoa. It is a great honour and a privilege to be representing FMG here tonight as the sponsor of the Rural Champion Award. So in doing so, I'd first like to acknowledge those affected by the severe weather events of earlier this year, particularly our East Coast region, that suffered so greatly in the grip of Cyclone Gabrielle. So as a mutual, we're owned by our members, so that means your success is our success. It also means that when times are tough, it's personal for us too. So it makes sense to support our rural champions this year more than ever. So FMG has a very special legacy and a history that stretches back 118 years, helping to build strong and prosperous rural communities, and it is at the heart of what we do. So it was an easy decision to get in behind the Rural Champion Award, celebrating those that are succeeding and making a positive impact within Aotearoa's red meat sector. So tonight, we are very proud to celebrate our deserving Rural Champion finalists. Ka pai, and congratulations to you all.
Thanks, Adam. Nice to see you again so soon. Now let's take a look at who is in the running.
The Greater Dipton Catchment Group doesn't shy away from tackling the big issues. Now in its third year, the group has carbon neutral Dipton as one of its projects, and while this might seem an audacious goal, it's one that has captured the imagination of farmers and the community. With 5 case study farms, a mix of sheep and beef and dairy, they have used Farmax, Overseer, outside expertise and buddy groups to consider ways they can reduce their greenhouse gas emissions on farm. The exercise has shown that the participating farmers are already running highly efficient systems. All the events the Greater Dipton Catchment Group run include a strong social and well-being component and are well supported by both farmers and the wider Dipton community. Shepherdess. After gaining insight into the isolation many rural women experience, Kirsty McGregor launched Shepherdess magazine in 2020 as a way of connecting people. It has since grown into more than a magazine. It has become a multimedia platform for connecting rural women and telling their stories. With its estimated readership of 20,000 and social media community of over 24,000, Shepherdess engages its audience through print, digital storytelling, social media and events. Through fostered relationships with other media outlets, Shepherdess helps to share the stories of rural women more widely, improving the image of the farming sector and the well-being of those who live within it. Surfing for Farmers. Launched in Gisborne in 2018, Surfing for Farmers is now running at 28 locations throughout the country. Last summer, over 4,000 farmers took the opportunity to get off farm, learn a new skill, and make social connections. Run by volunteers and supported by sponsors, all gear, lessons, and a barbecue are provided. So apart from transport, cost is not a barrier. The pressures facing farmers are huge, and this is reflected in the sector's poor mental health statistics. High interest rates, input costs, regulatory pressures, and extreme weather events are taking their toll on farmers. And Surfing for Farmers gives them the opportunity to step outside their business for a few hours and prioritize their mental and physical well-being.
And the winner of the FMG Rural Champion Award is Surfing for Farmers.
The judges said that it was difficult not to give Surfing for Farmers a perfect score. They said Surfing for Farmers reaches a large national audience and had high impact in supporting farmers' well-being. It has grown to 28 locations and last season gave over 4,000 farmers the opportunity to get off farm once a week. Such a great and important initiative. I love it.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, well, once again, I haven't prepared a speech either, so this could go two ways. But yeah, firstly, thanks to Beef and Lamb for putting on tonight. We're just sitting at our table earlier and just saying how, you know, these awards are so important to celebrate New Zealand farming and business and rural success. So that's awesome to be able to be here tonight. And also Beef and Lamb are big supporters of Surfing for Farmers, so thanks for that as well. Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, there's so many people to thank. We literally run on the smell of an oily rag, made up of sponsorship, like so many other organisations around New Zealand that are trying to just do a little bit to help people. You know, there's not a whole lot of government funding, and we just make do with what we can. But we're sort of starting to make a bit of headway, and it's happening. And we had a bit of a strategic planning session the other day. And, you know, we've come up with a few little things this summer. And, you know, number one, we don't really care if you're feeling 2 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. At the end of the day, we want to move your needle. We want you to come down, go to Surfing for Farmers, and go home feeling better than when you arrived. And we want you to take the beach back to the farm and take that vibe back and just be a better person, a happier person, which will flow on through the whole thing. I know I'm only meant to have 2 minutes, I'll probably take 10, but you know, I'll tell a little story. One of our sponsors, and you've probably heard this yarn before, but one of our sponsors is a daycare, and they gave us $1,000, and I rang them up and asked, why does a daycare sponsor Surfing for Farmers? And they said, when the dads go to surfing, the kids are happier at school. So I guess, yeah, like as been mentioned, you know, the East Coast is a bloody mess. We've had a bloody shit run up there, to be honest, and we're gearing up for a big summer. We're looking forward to it. We want to get as many people in the surf, take their minds off things, get them out of it, get them into it. You know, at the end of the day, you can't have a business, you can't go farming if you don't have people. It's all about the people, and yeah, we just want to look after them and take, well, I don't know, just take each day as it comes, but obviously just try and do what we can to help everyone in this room and your staff and your people and everyone going forward. And yeah, I'm just going to throw it out there quickly. I know Farming Futures, you guys are awesome, but 2015 I did the Kellogg's Rural Leadership course, and Yeah, that really, that spun my wheels, that got me going. I don't know where that took me, but I guess I'm here tonight, and so well done to Kellogg's and Nuffield for what you guys do there, because that's unreal, and to everyone that's won tonight, and also want to just shepherdess and Dipton, you know, you guys, we've probably beat you by a few years, so you're up and coming, come back next year, have another crack. But yeah, it's been a great night. Look forward to having a few beers. Now I came in a bit hot. I've been on the water and now I'm back on the beers. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Old mate Stephen Thompson from Surfing for Farmers, tell you what, he didn't have anything prepared, but holy hecker, he knocked it out of the park. And he made me cry, which is all right for a man, by the way. Thank you, Adam, as well. Congratulations, Stephen Thompson from Surfing for Farmers. Tell you what, it's a real feel-good factor tonight, isn't it? The final award, though, in the People Award category is the Alliance Significant Contribution Award. This award recognises an outstanding individual who has led by example and has driven change in the operation and/or governance of the sheep and beef sector through new ideas and approaches. Please welcome Vili Visa, Chief Executive Officer, Alliance, to the stage to present the award.
Kia ora, good evening. What an amazing event, showcase and celebration of our sector. Alliance is indeed proud to be a sponsor of the Beef and Lamb New Zealand Awards and a sponsor for the great protein that you've had in your meal today. I need to thank Chef Cam and the team. You've done our farmers proud. This year, Alliance is 75 years young. The company was formed in 1948 by a group of visionary, like-minded farmers with the sole purpose to create capacity. I couldn't believe at the time that lead times to get your livestock processed was almost 6 months. 75 years later, we are exporting product, both red meat and other products, to more than 65 countries. And we are still 100% farmer-owned. And that is a great achievement. I need to thank all our farmers, our employees, and our suppliers across the wider supply chain for their commitment, resilience, and hard work over the last year. It has indeed been a difficult year for a number of our farmers and for the sector as such. Alliance is really, really proud to sponsor the Alliance Award tonight. And this is really, it fits really well within our portfolio. And this is really recognizing an outstanding individual for contributing and driving change within the sheep and beef sector. And doing so by bringing new ideas and new approaches. And we are fortunate to have 3 really worthy candidates tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Philly. No notes. Phenomenal job. Let's take a look.
Bob Cottrell. Helping address the inequities that for generations stifled Māori agribusiness and tapped into its enormous potential has been a significant and rewarding part of Bob Cottrell's consultancy career. Brought up on a small dairy farm in Hawke's Bay, Bob credits his education at what was then Lincoln College for giving him the skills and networks to operate effectively between the Māori and non-Māori worlds for the benefit of both. While he says he has been privileged that a lot of Māori farmers and landowners have trusted him and given him the opportunity to help them grow their businesses, they have been rewarded with Bob's skills and connections. Over the years, Bob has held numerous leadership and advisory roles within leading Māori agribusinesses. Mike Peterson. Mike Peterson was brought up on a sheep and beef farm in Waipukaro and has farmed this property for over 30 years. But he is best known for his numerous roles outside the farm gate, covering all aspects of the red meat sector, from hands-on farming to governance and international trade. These include previous roles as chair of Beef and Lamb New Zealand and the New Zealand Meat Board, and in 2013 was appointed Special Agricultural Trade Envoy, a position he held for 6 years. In this role, Mike brought a farmer's perspective to New Zealand's international trade advocacy. Mike currently holds a number of farming and agribusiness-related directorships and is deeply committed to helping grow future food and fibre industry leaders. Tom Fraser. For over 50 years, Tom Fraser has been delivering farm systems science to farmers in his trademark clear, concise, and practical manner. He is a popular and highly respected presenter and facilitator at field days, farm discussion groups, and workshops throughout the country. After studying at Lincoln College, Tom joined the Grasslands Division of the DSIR at Lincoln. Tom's early focus was on forage evaluation, and this focus has continued throughout his career at AgResearch and beyond. He applies his knowledge of forages to animal production systems in a way that is both easy to understand and apply on farm. At AgResearch, Tom led the design, development and delivery of a number of farmer-friendly knowledge transfer programs and mentored many young staff.
And the winner of the 2023 Alliance Significant Contribution Award is Tom Fraser.
Science, research and on-farm extension. They describe him as being an asset to the sector. He translates science into farmer language and provides farmers with the tools that can help drive productivity and profitability. Tom is tireless, committed and has had a huge influence on the sheep and beef industry.
Thank you. I've got nothing prepared either, and I'm not going to take 10 minutes. However, firstly, thanks Beef and Lamb. This is an absolutely magnificent evening, a magnificent celebration of people in the red meat industry. It's just so great to see so many people here and such talent. And one of the things I said to some people earlier on, and obviously I'm getting towards the end of my career in the agriculture industry, but the thing that really impresses me and encourages me is when I go out on farms or meet up with farming groups, the number of young people that are joining up with groups, and I'll knock on a door and what I think is a high school kid comes to the door to answer it, and they are the farm manager or the head stockman. And these people, 30 years ago, and I'll tell the story because it's true, 30 years ago, I could go and talk to a group of farmers and tell them any bullshit at all. And they'd believe it. You can't do that any longer because these young people, they have got a lot of knowledge and a lot of practical sense. And I think that the industry that we're all involved in has got a very, very bright future because of these young people that are involved in coming through. So thank you to the Alliance for sponsoring. Thank you to the other sponsors as well for this group. I'd like to congratulate all the other finalists in here, and I'd like to make special mention to Bob and Mike, the finalists in this category. I feel very honoured and humble to be in their company. So thank you very much.
Tom, I hardly know you. Actually, I don't know you at all, but I know you're a legend and I like you a lot. Congratulations, Tom, and thank you, Billy. All right, last one. To finish off our awards this evening, we have the Beef and Lamb Host Region Leadership Award, bit different. This award recognises an outstanding individual, organisation or business in the sheep, beef and dairy beef sector, identified and chosen by the host region, the Beef and Lamb New Zealand North and South Island Farmer Council. That was a mouthful. I'd like to invite Fraser Avery, Chair of the Northern South Island Farmer Council, to come to the stage to explain a little bit about the award and present it.
I have got notes, Matt, because I think they thought I'd probably waffle too long if I didn't, so I was told I had to stick to the script. And I've got pretty scuffed R.M. Williams boots, which is probably standard farmer attire here tonight, in case you hadn't looked. So look at that. As Chairman of the Northern South Island Farmer Council, I would like to welcome everyone to our beautiful region, which Matt earlier today voted New Zealand's best region, and that was backed up by the fact that Beef and Lamb's chairwoman comes from this great region. So welcome here. And on behalf of the Farmer Council, I'd like to congratulate all the category winners this evening, and finalists, sorry. Your contribution to the red meat industry is much appreciated. As the host region, we were given the opportunity to select a winner for the Regional Leadership Award. This was no easy task. Our diverse region has an abundance of community and industry leaders, people doing incredible work, often behind the scenes. Leaders inevitably emerge, and this has been the I'll start that part again. See, I got notes and I'm still getting lost. People doing incredible work, often behind the scenes, to support our farmers and rural communities. During times of adversity, leaders inevitably emerge, and this has been very much the case as our region has faced climatic and regulatory challenges. We have people doing fantastic work within our communities, but there are some who stand head and shoulders above the rest. The winner is proud and passionate North Canterbury farmer Ben Ensor.
Let's hear why Ben was the deserving winner of this award. And I tell you what, there's quite a long list, so I can see why he's the winner. Ben Ensor led North Canterbury's dryland farmers through an incredibly difficult period in North Canterbury's farming history. Faced with a regulation that threatened the viability of dryland farming, particularly hill country sheep and beef operations, North Canterbury's dryland farmers grouped together under Ben's leadership to fight the regulation, which was eventually changed. Ben has spent countless volunteer hours sitting through meetings, coming to grips with environmental policies, trying to find consensus amongst different land users and providing guidance to farmers and industry bodies. Out of this adversarial situation, Ben was instrumental in turning the Dryland Farming Group into the Hurunui District Land Care Group, which has achieved more in terms of environmental protection and enhancement than any regulation ever could. Ben continues to chair the Hurunui District Land Care Group. He has also sat on Beef and Lamb New Zealand's Northern South Island Farmer Council and was on Beef and Lamb New Zealand's Environmental Reference Group. Ben's leadership style is inclusive. He always strives to understand different points of view. Ben is recognised for his integrity, and this, combined with his leadership style, has opened doors and built bridges with a diverse range of stakeholders. Sounds like a bloody good fella, doesn't he? We've surprised Ben tonight, but his wife Jane was in on the act. Ben, considering we've ambushed you, mate, would you like to say a few words? We've talked about you for about half
an hour. Thank you very much. This is, so I certainly haven't prepared anything. It's interesting. My good wife is keen on equestrian, and excuse me. There's a show on Saturday, and it came up this. We got the invitation to the Beef and Lamb Awards dinner, and I said to Jane, "So do you want to go to this awards dinner?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." And then that was great. Appreciate that. That's a good night out, away from the farm, etc. And this week I was sort of thinking, now she's getting ready to go to a show on Saturday and she's keen to come to this awards dinner. But just put that in the back of my mind. But there was a scheme. So look, there's been a whole lot of people involved with the Hurunui Land Care Trust, Land Care Group, and some of them are here, some of them know the story, but to them, thank you. It's not just me at all. It's a group of people who came together when they needed to be there, and it's just gone from there. So to all those people who've been involved, thank you. I'm up here representing you as much as myself. Thanks Beef and Lamb for this evening, and this is truly very humbling and a great honour, so thanks very much.
Congratulations, Ben. Thank you for all you do, all that late at night, tough reading, that legal language and all that malarkey. I'm glad you're doing it, so the rest of us don't have to. And everything else you do too, of course. Thank you, Fraser. We're on the home straight, people. So I'd now like to invite Beef and Lamb New Zealand Chair Kate Ackland to come back up and say a few more words, Kate. You good? You're real good. You were good last time, so you've sent quite a high bar. I'm going to use my picture.
Well, look, how lucky am I to get to say the last word on this fantastic night. I am sure that I'm not the only person who had a bit of a tear in their eye a few times. It has been a seriously cool night. And I can't pick out one special moment, but there's one thing I do want to go back to, and it's about why this is important. This night is important because it's celebrating New Zealand's world-leading red meat sector. It isn't just a nod to our economy, it's a salute to our heritage, our commitment to sustainability, our global reputation and our deep love for the land. It's a celebration of resilience, innovation and the vital role that this sector plays in our lives. It's a toast to the heart and soul of New Zealand. Now, I don't know Benjamin Stewart, but I sort of want to offer him a job writing my speeches because I couldn't think of a better way to sum up why this is so important. So look, I just want to finish by saying a huge congratulations to all of the winners. You know, there are so many incredible people doing incredible things, and I'm just so proud to have been part of celebrating that tonight. What I would really love for everyone in this room to do is to think about who they could nominate next year, because I think we've only just scratched the surface. Thank you once again to all of the judges. You did an incredible job, and I know how difficult it was. Thank you to the sponsors for your support, and thank you for Matt for emceeing and keeping the jokes sort of all above board. Thank you to the Beef and Lamb New Zealand team for all of the incredible hard work that went in behind the scenes to make this event seem so seamless, and a special mention to Fraser Avery, who is stepping down after, I think, 9 long years of service on the Beef and Lamb Farmer Council for this region. Your leadership will be very much missed. So, look, I hope on that note everybody enjoyed the evening, and look, we'll look forward to seeing you next year and start thinking about those nominations. Thanks.
Thanks, Kate. I think you smashed it, and it's been a real challenge, sure, to keep things above board. I didn't want to. I really didn't. That wraps up the 2023 Beef and Lamb New Zealand Awards. It has been a real celebration of our red meat industry, from the scientists, advisors, farmers, technology experts, teachers, coaches, marketers, processors and chefs, who all work hard to produce what we enjoyed on our plates tonight. Congratulations again to all the finalists and the winners, though I can't figure out why I wasn't up for an award. I told my mum that I probably would be, so it's all a little embarrassing now, isn't it? Anyway, as we've seen throughout the night, there are some incredibly talented people working within our sheep, beef and dairy beef industries, and I'm sure you, like me, will leave here tonight feeling very positive about our industry and its future. If only we could bottle the energy of a night like tonight and tap into it, mainline it, if you like, at will. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Because when it's tough going, a hit like this really hits the spot. They're talking about being in tough times, aren't they? But after tonight, I get the feeling we're going to be okay. I think you should all be very, very proud of what you do. I know it's hard yakka, even on 29 hectares. I know it's hard yakka, but the overwhelming majority of you do a phenomenal job, and on behalf of all the people who climb into your fantastic produce, thank you. And I should come clean, we're actually lambing at about 153%, not just 53%, but I'm taking it more seriously than anything else I've ever done before. And I eventually took my sheep to the shows, won some ribbons in Southland, and it was better than Christmas. Keep living the dream. Keep telling your amazing story. Dessert is now being served. As you leave tonight, Beef and Lamb New Zealand will give you goodie bags which you can take home. Not quite sure what's in them. Maybe something for the couples, I'm not sure. Maybe something for those flying solo, chocolate bars. Come on, people. Get with the program. We've come so close. There will also be a few copies of the winners list available, but that list will also be on the Beef and Lamb website. Please, can we have all our fantastic finalists up on the stage for photos as soon as I'm off it, which I'm pretty sure you'll all be pretty keen for that to happen. Thanks again to our sponsors and the team at Beef and Lamb New Zealand who put these fantastic awards together and did an amazing job of keeping me on the straight and narrow. Enjoy the rest of your night, fill your boots, travel home safe, take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you very much and good night.